Open concept living rooms look amazing in photos, but in real life, they could feel confusing, empty, or just awkward to decorate. If you've ever wondered where does the living room end and the dining room begin, you're not alone. Hi, I'm Nikki D, your interior design bestie, here to help you make your home look expensive on a budget. You may be hearing that open concept homes are going out of style, but the truth is most people already live in them. So instead of wishing for walls, let's design them to work beautifully. Because when an open concept living room is planned correctly, it can feel intentional, functional, and super high end. Today I'm going to show you what interior designers actually do to make these spaces feel cohesive and easy to live in. Let's talk about the mindset shift that you need to have. The biggest mistake homeowners make in open concept homes is treating each area like a completely separate room. Designers don't do that. We design open concept homes as one connected story with defined chapters. That means your living room, dining room, and kitchen should feel cohesive but function as individual zones. In open concept homes, color becomes your walls, materials become your architecture, and furniture placement becomes your floor plan. You want to use furniture as dividers. One of the most powerful designer tricks is using furniture to visually divide the space. Instead of pushing your sofa against the wall, try floating it in the room. This instantly creates a clear seating zone, better traffic flow, and a more custom designer look. You could also use bookcases, console tables, accent chairs, benches, and small tables to subtly separate areas without building walls. This creates what designers call rooms within the room. Designers create activity zones. Another thing you'll notice in well-designed open concept homes is that the space is not treated as one giant living room. Designers create activity zones so that the layout supports real life. Instead of asking, where should I put the sofa? Start asking, what do I want to do in this space? For example, you might create a quiet reading corner with a comfortable chair, a floor lamp, and a small drink table. You could also place a console table behind the sofa with stools tucked underneath to create a casual eating space, a homework station, or extra seating for entertaining. In underused corners, a small bar height table with stools can instantly become a social gathering spot. If you enjoy hosting, a bar cabinet or bar cart adds function and helps visually define a zone. Larger open layouts may even include a small game table, craft area, or multi-purpose lounge space. And today, many homeowners are also carving out small work-from-home desk areas within open concept spaces to support modern lifestyles. Beyond furniture placement, designers often use architectural details like ceiling beams, tray ceilings, coffered ceilings, or decorative moldings to subtly define different zones without adding walls. So when you start to see your open concept space through the lens of function, flow, and activity zones, decorating decisions suddenly becomes so much easier. You also need to create cohesion with color and materials. Another important strategy is creating visual flow. In my own home, I intentionally used a consistent neutral color palette through the living room and sitting room so that the spaces feel connected. I also repeated the metal finishes and accent tones so that nothing feels random or disconnected. One of my favorite designer tricks is repeating fabrics. For example, the pillow fabric in the living room is repeated in the kitchen Roman shades. The same curtain material I used in the sitting room is repeated in the border detail on the living room drapes. These subtle connections create a layered, high-end look without making the rooms feel identical. Luxury homes almost always repeat materials intentionally. Designers use rugs and lighting to define zones. When you remove walls, you have to replace them with design decisions. Large area rugs help anchor the seating areas and visually define the living zone. Lighting works in the same way. A chandelier defines the dining area, pendants define the kitchen, and floor lamps create cozy reading corners. These layers of lighting help your eye understand how the space is meant to function. When designing open concept spaces, you want to plan for flexibility. Another smart strategy is choosing furniture that can move and evolve with your layout. Using coordinated styles or finishes allows you to rearrange your space in the future without starting from scratch. Designer layouts are rarely rigid. They're meant to adapt as life changes. In my own home, I had this table in the corner in the living room, and now it's placed in the front window of the sitting room. I've also moved the chase from the sitting room and moved it into the living room. I moved the accent chairs from the living room to the sitting room and back again. By having neutral furniture pieces, you're able to switch them around as your mood changes and completely change the look of your space. You also want to consider your flow and sight lines. Always think about how people move through the room. What do you see from different viewpoints? Where conversation naturally happens. Try to maintain about 36 to 48 inches for walkways, especially between your living and dining zones. Good flow makes the space feel calm, intentional, and more expensive. Now that you understand how designers arrange open concept spaces, the next step is choosing the right sofa style, color, and layout strategy to complete the look. That's exactly where we're heading next in the series. If you want a step-by-step system for measuring your room, creating a floor plan, and choosing furniture with confidence, make sure you take my free design quiz and download the floor plan guide linked in the description below. You could also join my course, Design a Home 101, where I walk you through the entire design process from layout to styling. Links to everything shared in today's video can be found in the description. And if you're looking for furniture or decor sources, I link my favorite finds on my Amazon storefront, LTK shop, and shop my page to help you recreate a similar designer look. If there's a specific link you need, leave a comment. I'm always happy to help. And if you have a design dilemma or a space you're currently working on, leave a comment below. It just might inspire a future video. I hope this video gave you ideas and inspiration on how you could design your open concept space today. And remember, the best designs always start with a floor plan. So take the time to measure your space and create a roadmap to follow so you know exactly what fits and you avoid costly returns. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. And if you want more decorating ideas, watch this video next. Love you all so much, and I'll see you next week. Until then, happy designing. Ciao.